Good morning, everybody. I just realized I was muted. Anyway, how are you? How's it going, everybody? It is December 31st, the last day of 2023, the last swim of the year. Hope everybody's been getting their swim lessons in so that we can prepare ourselves for choppy waters and waves coming our way in 2024. Big waves coming our way in 2024. We've got a great market to look forward to. What does that even mean? That means we're kind of bullish. We're gonna be bullish to start off the year as far as like the first quarter. After that, everything dies. But I am only here to bring you the good news. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know. I don't know if everything dies or not, but we'll see. I'm gonna go over a few things today. I'm going to do the first hour. I'll just do me, and then if anybody wants to join the show, can come in on the second hour. If not, and I don't have anything to do, then I'll just go ahead and get out of here. Anything to go over, that is. But I have a lot to go over. It's been 3 weeks. I've missed the last two swims. 2 weeks ago, daughter had a baptism. Last week it was Christmas Eve. Family stuff going on. Just didn't really have the time to do it. So glad to be back here. Tried to be on Alex's show, Alexo Crypto, on Thursday, and it did not turn out very well. We had some technical difficulties, but it is what it is. It is what it is. Any things happen, so we just have to push through them. I've got to get a better Wi-Fi adapter from my computer because right now, I'm not picking up this is bad. Internet speed test. Like my download's pretty fine. My upload isn't doing so hot. But yeah, we're gonna be getting into Bitcoin. Oh, my download is not even doing well. Cool. Yeah, we're gonna get into Bitcoin. We're gonna get into some totals. My upload is actually better than it usually is. That's weird. Bitcoin, some totals. Teach you something about this little button right here. That's pretty nice, pretty sweet. And then next thing you know, we're gonna get into we're gonna do some market overlooking. Okay. All right. First up on the block, of course, we have Bitcoin. On the daily, Bitcoin is looking all right. We've got this little symmetrical triangle here. Got a little symmetrical triangle going on. Now the bottom 2 points over here make it to where we do not touch this one right here, which means we could see a little more downside. Now that's if you are a pattern trader, but that is not the only thing that is showing more downside. We can first let's get rid of this. I want to share that with you all because it is a cool, neat little new indicator that I found. I don't know how new it is, but it's new to me. And it's probably the best one that I have found for what it does. It fits me anyway. It's almost perfect. But yeah, let's go on down to the 4 hour and see what we've got going on here. So we are putting in lower lows. So we can see lower lows, lower highs coming in. So what we're wanting to do is we're wanting to get above here, which is, of course, 44K, basically 43.8. We can get up there and hold it, then we can probably keep pushing up higher. But the downside, now this is, I'm liking seeing these longer wicks here, right? But because, this is basically all these longer wicks, except for this one. Look at that one. And then we came down. created another one. But this is showing buying pressure coming in, and then we have like all these down candles. It's like price was trying to be pushed down, but we just kept getting absorbed. And then we had a nice little pop over the last day or two. Not really too much to brag about, ride home about, but you know, it's there. I'm also looking at, if we come zoom out to the daily, I wouldn't consider this. See, I told people in Alex's Discord in my TA channel that I didn't really consider this a double top because we did not get a candle body close inside this box of this wick up here. So because we did not get a close inside the box and then rejected, that means we have more, there's more of a chance that we come back up and revisit that box. Now, what it does once we gets there, that's the question. Yo, 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 what is up, Yeet Corp? Yeet. Yeet the corporations out of here. I know it's Jeet, but I like to say Yeet. You know this. Yeet Corp. Yeet the corporations out. Be your own bank. Whatever the crypto terminology is. I mean, I know it. I'm just being a little weird. Anyway, hope you like the new colors on the chart. They're very dull. Very dull. Almost like my personality, except I'm not dull. Bob Dole. See, I'm not taking up too much space right there. Maybe I should just, there we go. All right, what is up, Ye-Corp? I'm down with yeeting out the corpse. There we go. Let's go. Let's lead them out. All right. All right, let's, what was I? Oh, yeah. And then we have a bottom. Same with double bottoms. No candle body close inside of here. So that's one thing that I would like to see. I would like to see the daily come down here into this zone and get just like one candle body close inside this box and then shift back out. Get a nice rejection from the support so that we can shift out, create our nice little bull flaggy, and get out of here. That's what I want to see. I don't want to see candle body close here. What is the redo button? What? Redo, oh, control Y. Okay. Oh, okay. And you really got to make me stretch. I'm going to have to change these hotkeys. Uh-oh. There's the source code. If I pull this out, whoa. What? All right, hold on. Something's going on. I must have clicked a button. We're doing it live. All right. So we did have a little bit of a fair value gap here on the daily chart that pulled all the way over. Does make that, you know, support bottom in there. I did record a few videos. I don't really like any of them, so I don't know. I don't really like them. I don't know. When it comes to videos, man, it's like everybody's, I don't know. I just need to just do it. I just need to do it, I guess. Just put out like 10-minute videos every day or something. If that is something you would like to see, smash that like button. And subscribe to the channel if you are new and all that good jazz. Join the Discord. Link in the description below. I think if it isn't, let me know, please. I need to get some people in here. Now, if we come over here, I'm sure you guys remember this long boringness. So this was our bottom here. Now this is on the daily. We don't have much of a wick on the daily. But if you can see, oh, we didn't. We did not get a candle body close inside of there. But we did come back down to it. And we did bounce hard away from it. Now this is the daily, and this is quite a time span to see a bounce as such. So maybe a weekly, yeah, look at that. Yeah, see? This is what I'm talking about. We come down, we get a candle body close inside, and then we reject to the upside. Or we find support, however you want to look at it. So yeah, we found support, got that candle body close, and then we moved away. That's what I'm looking for essentially on the daily on over here, is for us to come down, get our candle body close inside the box, and then we can push on higher all the way to the moon. Has anybody ever been to the moon? So yeah, I'm not too caught up in this whole. Okay, we do have what? We have Bitcoin ETF probably getting approved this week. News is saying Tuesday or Wednesday. Would not be surprised to see a nice drop on that news. Would not be surprised at all. Yeah, so just keep that in mind. Let's see. So the only thing that really has any downside potential, I think, is probably this candle here. And that's just because, this was previous. If we just do this. So you notice that was a fair value gap that I pulled, but it also happens to be a level of support and resistance. And we have not come back down to test it. Now, let's zoom in. Now, we did build some support on top of it on the daily, so there is that. And then we came back down and we smacked down and we found support here. And then we ran up. So, although it would seem like, it's possible for us to come down here, I don't think now is the time. And one reason is because we have a 5-wave impulse here. Elliott wave impulse. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then our 5th wave to finish out. Why did it delete itself? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There. That was weird. So yeah, we've got our 5-wave Elliott wave impulse. So I would expect now the 5th wave can be an expansive wave, just like the 3rd wave. So we can extend this out. There's no telling where exactly it could end up. But we've got our levels. 48K is a big one. It's also the 1.618. If I draw the fib from the top to the bottom of this range, that is our 1.618. It's right about 48K. So that's the number that's been talked about the most, probably, is that 48K. So we'll see. And I'm just waiting for this correction to wrap up. 4th wave, 2nd waves, and 3rd and 4th waves are always corrective structures. So just like on this one, you can see we have an ABC. It's hard to see on the daily, but if I zoom out and we come over, or zoom in, I should say, we can see the clear ABC in here. A, B, C. That's a low. That's our low. That's our high. So that's a clear ABC. Then our 3rd wave should have 5 waves in it. Where we break in here, let's say 1, 2, 3. Wow, this whole thing right here just really makes it like really nasty, real nasty. If I had to guess, if I had to put something on it, I would say 1, 2, 3, 4 with an extensive wave 5. Why this one? Well, because this was a top and then we came back down and we smacked this level here, and then we went on, kept running, and this was an expansive fifth wave, which is what I'm hoping for on Bitcoin, but I am not entirely sure we get it. What is up, Nick Musgrave? Good to see you, brother. Happy to see you. Happy you're here. So yeah, that's kind of what I'm looking at. I really would like to see a nice little would like to dip our toes in the waters here and then turn around. We didn't quite get there on this drop here. So I would like to see that get down. Get down. Now this indicator I'm going to bring up right now, this one is called, my channel is just going to be for indicators. I'm just going to do like indicators and stuff. I'm just going to, every indicator I find, I'm just going to like create a video for it and describe what it is and all that good jazz. Give you a trade setup on how it works. But this one, or give you a trade setup based on the indicator. Maybe that's what I can do. I can do that for content, right? What do you guys think? What is going on? All right, so this indicator is called, let's see, Fluid Trades SMC Light. Just type in SMC Light. It does have price action labels, which it just does the highs, higher highs and higher lows. I don't personally need that, but you can have that. That on looks sweet. Yeah, I love this freaking thing, dude. Oh, that one looks sweet. Yeah, I love this this indicator here. Because it does get these waves right as far as, so outside of Elliott wave theory, there's only one way to actually count highs and lows, and that is in an uptrend. As such, anytime you break a previous high like this, then you are creating your structure. So this low doesn't become a low until this high gets broken. And then that high is put in already because we pulled back, right? But this doesn't become a low until this high gets broken. Or we can do like this, and now it's become a low, but it's more so a lower low. See what I mean? I don't know. I might have gotten a little messy on that. But the point is, it counts the structures, it counts the waves, it counts the pivot points, whatever you want to call them, only if certain levels get broken. If a high gets broken, it'll count that. If a low gets broken, it'll count that. But it also has a pullback and a push up. Now it counts that as a low because it broke this high. So it's actually, man, it's actually really, really accurate with the way it does it. Does the waves. However, if we are doing Elliott wave theory, it's way off. It's way off. Because of the consolidation stuff in here, like, yeah. I won't say way off, but I mean, you can see all the little waves. Maybe if I go out to the daily, yeah, we see, I wouldn't count this wave right here because we didn't break this high here. So I wouldn't count that as far as my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 impulse goes on my Elliott wave. I'm not counting this wave here because we didn't break this high here. I want to see that high broken before I count this wave. So, but it does get the waves right, and I can even see inside of here, all right, there was an ABC in there, right? An ABC to the upside, and then correction to the downside. But if I come down lower, I can see, all right, ABC. Oh, it's still not picking up that one. Let's go down to the 4 hour and see if it picks it up there. Yeah, see? 1, 2, 3. So really good at helping you count waves if you're into counting waves. 5-wave impulse is a very common structure. Tino from Traders Reality probably calls this the 3 markups to the upside with your 1, 2, 3. 3 markups to the upside where market makers mark price up and then bring them down. Now, I don't know if that's going to happen, so ignore that last bit. I'm about to have to pull Alex and do something with my nose real quick. One sec. I couldn't breathe for a sec. Let me take the headphones off. No, I like to be able to hear myself. Okay. How you doing, everybody? Also, if you want to come on here at all, just join the Discord. The link is in the description, I think. Let me know if it is or isn't. Join the free Discord. Go down to Swim, and then join Swim, and let me know you're in there, and I will bring you up. We'll be doing that in the second hour, starting at 10:30. So. Now, there are some other things that I wanted to go over. So right now with Bitcoin, yeah, we're just looking to hold this low and basically get above this high here. I mean, that's pretty obvious, but for until then, we're just ranging. We're just ranging. So we'll just see what happens. We do have the ETF stuff coming this week, which could push us down a little bit, and then we could get that move to the upside, or it could push us down a lot a bit. But I don't know that we're going to get that simply because of all of this right here. Now, if we do get a breakdown, okay, maybe here, 38K-ish, and then we move to the upside, creating a nice little bull flag in here. But we'll just have to wait and see. Now, I did want to get into some totals. I did want to get into that. We'll get into that indicator a little later, but I want to make sure I hit everything that I was wanting to hit. Let's back this up. So this is pretty interesting. So we're looking, this is the total crypto market cap. Cluck, what is up, Crypto Pollo? Congratulations on the money on the show the other day. Flip or hodl. Man, that was so awesome to watch. I was rooting for you the whole time. We both thought 24, and we both picked the number, the $45 case. Isn't that what it was? Because you switched at the end, right? We picked the $45 case. Oh, that's so funny. That is so funny. I think we picked the $45 case. Hey, I'm thinking a little dump to liquidate all the retail FOMO longs before ETF. Yeah. The only thing about that is we can actually you know what? To make this quicker, I'm going to go over to Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it. I'm going to go to Credible Crypto. I like his breakdowns a lot. But I really, mostly because he gives the information on your spot stuff. Yep, I knew 24 was not it once I picked 38. Oh. Okay. I mean, yeah. I'm not very superstitious, so it's all random to me. All right, so Coinbase bidder, who first appeared 5 days ago, just lifted his bids up from 39.5 to 40.5K range to 41.5K to 42.5K, aka right below current price. He says it's the same person, probably because they're putting in the same kind of bids. I mean, it could be the case. So we do have these bids coming in. That actually shows a lot of support. But so we've got that, but there was one other thing that he shared a couple weeks ago. I probably would said this seems like a tad early, but after yesterday, it's looking like we're getting in the home stretch of the ETF. I really want to find his. He's got a video on it, but where's the chart? Is this it? So this is aggregated open interest using the coins. So this is something that I learned, which is going by the aggregated interest of the coins instead of the fiat currency, instead of the dollars, because you can get the coins on margin, right, and hold those for quite some time. I mean, if you got on margin at like 16K, 20K, 25K, 30K, and you're only on like 3x margin, then you're gonna have money in the system. Man, I don't know how he really explained. I should probably just go to his explanation. He explained it way better than me. But anyway, you're looking at his aggregated open interest using the coins instead of the actual USD volume, so which is very interesting. I posted it somewhere in Alex's Discord, I think. So maybe go and find that. Oh, here we go. Here's something that I really wanted to look at. But this is on December 20. Was this Christmas Day? 23rd. So this was basically his outline. Was well, what is this? That's a 15-minute, which we already did this, but we've actually come down lower. But this is the interesting thing. That's the spot volume. So the spot volume is being picked up, even if as open interest is going down. That means that your levered positions are actually coming down, but the spot buying is coming up. So that's actually more bullish for price, or actually, it's more bullish for supporting price, because you have the spot volume coming in to support the price and not just leveraged, betting positions essentially. So those are what get wiped out and give the spot Bitcoin a bad price or a good price, depending on how you look at it. But anyway, I digress. Look at total. We're going to look at the total crypto market at Nick Musgrave. Cluck, cluck, friend. Yeah, what's up? So we're looking at total. Pulled a fib on that. We haven't even got to the 50% retracement for the whole crypto market. So that's good to see. Let's go ahead and turn this on. So this is showing this point right here, point of interest, which is that top there. Of course, that is our supply, and that is also at the 0.618. So whenever we're looking at this market, we've got to make sure that we are zooming out and we're looking at big picture like this. This is the whole market. Okay, so if the whole market is bullish, the odds of us continuing higher is pretty strong. But if the general market is looking kind of weak, then maybe not. Now, we can separate, we can go to total 2 and we can remove Bitcoin and we can see where our altcoin market is at, and it looks like it is ready to just freaking explode. I mean, this is, if we had our little bump here, it's kind of like we're here. We're right here. This was a ABC down, ABC down. So this would be our this level here, right? Let me get drawn tool. Here and here, basically the same. We got our ABC down, ABC down, Then our accumulation. Now this didn't really last long, did it? Accumulation, breakout. So the fact that this didn't last very long is kind of, let's see. We're breaking it down from the low to this one that really got it going. 462 days. From the low to this one, 413 days. It's not too bad. Okay, that's closer than it looked. So yeah, this thing could really get going. But I would be watching when we come up to this 50 level at about $1 trillion market cap. That it will be a resistance, is $1 trillion market cap. Do not just look at price. As a matter of fact, if we go to Bitcoin market cap, Bitcoin market cap on Bitcoin, we can see that if we pull a Fibonacci extension, not from here, the last cycle, top to bottom, we actually got a full 4.236 extension on our market cap. Why does this seem off? Is it because I'm not on log? Okay, yeah. Get on. There we go. So yeah, we actually got a full 4.236 extension on our market cap. So that's kind of interesting. And we did top out right there at that 4.236. Notice we did not top out on this one. And then it went for it again to get up there. And we got it. And then we had our big crash. So I'm really hoping we're not just seeing like an ABC to the upside, because that means we have more downside to go, and then we could get going. So 2024 could start off pretty nice, and then next thing you know, we gotta correct until who knows how long it would take. We could just see some kind of accumulation cycle like this, and it just gets kind of going crazy. That's way too far. Well, that might not be too far into the future. It all depends. If we start seeing like hyperinflation and stuff, then this thing will just get going. But hopefully we won't see that. Because hyperinflation would be inflation in the dollar. So that would actually bring assets down. I think. That makes sense to me. Does that make sense to you? Nice round number, 1 trillion. Yeah, that's the thing, man. That's the thing. And we're coming up on it too. And it just happens to be a nice level of entry. Look at that. We got a fair value gap on our weekly right there. Right there at the 1 trillion mark. Fair value gap right on it. Now, that's not to say that we can't, break it briefly. But it is something that we would want to break and like hold. We wouldn't want to break it and then lose it again. We've already broken it and lost it twice, here and here. We wouldn't want to do it a third time. Golly. But yeah, so this is everything minus Bitcoin. Golly. Oh yeah, that is one thing I did write. I'm glad I wrote that down, because I was like, what did I even want to go over on this? I wrote it down. Let me go to the market cipher. Pull up market cipher B. Go to our weekly chart and just show you guys. This is on our total, okay? So this is the entire crypto market. Just kind of wanted to go over the history of the weekly red dot on the total crypto market. So on this one, we got a nice little pullback, but it ended up being just a little correction in here. A ascending triangle with the flat top, right? Ascending triangle with the flat top, and then we broke out, came back, slammed back test, and then off and away we go. So, but I want to look at these red dots. So this red dot, big move down. Red dot, little move down. Red dot, right here, immediately moved up. Second red dot, bam, smack down. Then we start getting up in here. Every time we get a red dot, we have a little bit of a pullback, right? Every single time we have a little bit of a pullback. And then we have the really big one where everything, our money flows coming down, our VWAP's crossed over, our red dot and our momentum is coming down. So it's not looking too good. That's a bear market, right? Then we come up, and this is kind of where I'm thinking where we could be, which some people call it a mid-cycle top, which is where we could be coming up on is our mid-cycle top. Or we could somehow this time is different and not get a mid-cycle top. We'll see. I'm not sold, not until I see that God candle on the ETF stuff. I'm just not going to believe it. There's no reason for me to believe it. History has shown every single time a Bitcoin ETF is released, price goes down. So I'm just going to blindly say, yeah, it's for sure going to go up this time just because it's a spot Bitcoin ETF. No, I'm not. I don't care about narratives. I care about price action. Show me the price action, and that's all I care about. Show me the charts, and I'll tell you the news. Okay? If we get this little God candle, then I'll say, well, that was probably an ETF. And if we get something like this, I'll be like, well, that was probably the ETF. Either way. Either way. What was that? Oh, yeah. So we did print, we are printing a red dot on the weekly currently for the total crypto market. So the last time we got one, we had a pullback. Right here, pullback. Right there, a little bit of a pullback, a little excessive move to the upside, and then the bigger pullback, and then the excessive move to the upside, and then it rolled over. But that's when we had everything. See, everything's rolling over at that point. But right now, we have our money flows in the green, so that's good to see. We do want to see that. If we come back over and just look at history, we didn't really have much money flow in the green on this little wave up, did we? Nope. So what about down here? Money flows in the green right here. So it's kind of like we're more like here than we are here. It's more like we're here than we are here. Here. Okay. Here. And here. So, I prefer the other one, personally. We'll have to see. Our money flows in the green. Now, this could mean that we're just stalling out. That red dot. You know, we have stalled out a little bit of building of the support throughout the whole market. Basically, essentially, the altcoins coming in and catching up with the rest of the market. So it's good to see that. Total 2. See, we're not even on our alts. We're not even printing the red dot. And then if I get rid of Bitcoin and Ethereum, we're not printing a red dot. And you know, if we're looking left on all these charts, we can see we've got. It looks like we've got a space where we can just shoot through, because we've kind of done that basically every time we've been in this range. So would not be surprised to see an explosive week or two coming up for the altcoins. Now this is total DeFi. Total DeFi. This is all DeFi projects. And that is a beautiful Head and Shoulders pattern. But something on this Head and Shoulders pattern has me uneasy. And that is, it has not come back to test the neckline after breaking out. So total DeFi. Now, I don't know what all's in that. I should probably look that up. And then we have our others, which is the crypto market cap, excluding the top 10 cryptos, meaning your mid caps and low caps and all of that. None of the big caps. So it's excluding the top 10 cryptos. And this one's actually been having a nice move. I do like that. This one has been having a nice move to the upside. Now, if we go ahead and we pull our fibs, top to bottom, let me get rid of market. Well, we do have these double red dots here, so maybe we want to watch out for. Now, I have been looking at a lot of alts, and I'm just kind of like, it's probably time for a little correction, like a big correction on a lot of them. And I've also been thinking about, for my Coinbase portfolio files series, I've been thinking about selling everything off. I don't want to do it now. I want at the end of the year because like taxes or something. I was thinking about selling everything off, or almost everything. Everything that's in profit and looks like it's going to have a pullback soon, and then just rebuying back in. So Nick, take profits. You told me to remind you. I'm telling you right now, take profits at 1 trillion. Just take profits. Okay, take profits anyway. If the ETF launch or approval news is bullish and price action does shoot up, be very cautious with that. Be extremely cautious with that. I would actually prefer a dump first, then a pump. I would not want to do the pump first. That is not unless it's a nice pump, like it's not just a little beep. It's not. Where's Bitcoin? You know, I don't want it to be this little. I don't want us to reach retracement levels. Let me go ahead and throw this on here. I don't want us to get up to like here. That's our little pump, right? And then we pull back. I mean, actually, that wouldn't be too bad. That wouldn't be too bad. And then waddle around in here and then really get going. It wouldn't look anything like that, but something like that, maybe. V-shaped recovery, maybe come up a little higher to reclaim that resistance, turn it into support, and then get moving and head to 100,000. I'm not possible. I'm just saying keep everything in mind. Don't get drawn into the FOMO. I've seen it way too often, way too many times. Just don't get drawn into the FOMO, please, for the love of God. I know there's certain people out there that are just like so bullish on all of this, and I'm just like, guys, literally every single time if someone has said this time is different, it has never been this time was different ever. So when it comes to these markets, it's not different. It's not different. FOMO is still real. You're experiencing it. Your mind is being exploded by all this bullish news, and you know you gotta hone that in. You gotta take what the charts give you. This thing, I don't believe this thing is just gonna shoot up, just like crazy like that, like an actual God candle, like back in the day, back in the good old days, back when there was less Bitcoin circulating anyway. But yeah, I don't know where I was going. All right, compare button. Yeah, man, I keep having be fearful when others are greedy playing. Yes, be fearful when others are greedy, greedy when others are fearful. I love buying fear and selling greed. And right now, we go over to the coin market cap. I think it's dropped down a little bit. We'll see in a sec. I don't know. it might have popped back up after the ETF news. We're still 68. We're in greed, a little bit of greed. Anytime that thing's in the red, it's like buy, 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 buy. And every time it's in the green, the darker green, it's like sell, 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 sell. Get out of here. If you just went by this, like seriously, if you just went by the greed index, and you just like did like position trading, spot trading, dude, it's kind of ridiculous how on point that is. Just because I mean, every market is based off of human psychology. So why wouldn't fear and greed be part of that? I mean, it obviously is part of that. And it takes in all the sentiment from like all the different social media websites, and everybody's online, so you can see how many people are talking about this and that. Oh, that's another thing I wanted to look at. Google Trends. Let's go. Explore what United States is searching for. Bitcoin ETF. Let's see what it says. If it'll load. All right. This is past a day. Let's not do that. Let's do past 12 months. Past a year. Ooh, look at that. Kind of looks like the Bitcoin chart, doesn't it? There we go. So this is Bitcoin ETF. It's kind of been dying down a little bit, but started shooting up in December. It's projecting higher. Let's see. What can we type in here? What if we just type in Bitcoin? Pretty steady, about the same all over. What if we type in Ethereum? Went dead for a little while, starting to pick up. Now this is a good way to kind of track how certain coins are trending. Right now, AVAX trending to the downside. Maybe it's a good time to buy if we're doing something like this, right? As far as HODL portfolios, not financial advice. You do what you want. Hepatitis A vaccine? Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to do that one night. It's been very flat, but we got FOMC next, I think Tuesday or Wednesday. It would be on a Wednesday. Let's go ahead and take a look at that. But yeah, the Google Trends is pretty cool. I really like the Google Trends. What is something else? Let's just type in crypto. Let's see if anybody's looking up crypto. We're kind of picking up a little bit. But if we go back, I should have done this 5 years. We just look at the last 5 years. We can see that we are nowhere near where we were here, right? We're about, what does it say, 17, 15. So we're about like right in here when it comes to the search term crypto. Now, what about Bitcoin? Everybody knows Bitcoin more than crypto, probably. Yeah, so, yeah. 24 is the high here. The high here is 26. So, yeah, we're almost in that little lull. That's another thing I wanted to show you guys. Let me pull this real quick, and then I will. This one. Is this one? I want to say it's this one. I want to pull this real quick, and then I'll go back over. This is kind of what I'm looking at. This is what I would love to see. Come up, get the slam back down, back test this level that we were talking about earlier. Back test that level, and then get out of here. That's This would be an amazing scenario right here for me. But we'll just have to wait and see. Forex Factory. We're going to go over to calendar and we are going to see what news we have coming up. I don't know if it's the first week of January. I think it's the second week of January. Could be wrong. Don't quote me on that. FOMC meeting minutes on Wednesday. So yeah, that would be the minutes from the last FOMC. They'll go over why they decided to pause for a third time. And then we also have JOLTS jobs openings and ISM manufacturing on Wednesday morning at 10 a.m. Then we have non-farm payroll. These are days when you should not trade unless you are a degenerate gambler. We're in crypto, so you will be trading probably. So yeah, but unemployment claims and ADP farm roll change are typically very, very high volatility days, and this is on a Thursday, which Alex says that Thursday is typically a dump day. I don't know. I don't really know about. I mean, maybe. I mean, if somebody's charted it out and they say, "All right, that dumped on this day," like it dumps on this day, like 70% of the time. Yeah, I mean, obviously, look out for that. And then on Friday, we have average hourly earnings, non-farm employment change, and unemployment rate. So, pretty busy week on the news end. Kind of heavy on the second half from Wednesday to Friday. So could see some volatility Wednesday through Friday, especially if we get that ETF news, which they said is going to be likely to be approved Tuesday or Wednesday. So imagine it being approved on Wednesday, and then we get all this news dropping throughout the week. Who knows? Who knows? Hey, buddy. Bye. Love you. But yeah. Where my kiss? Hold on one sec. Oh goodness. Snot bubble. Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no. Let's get it. Mwah. Love you. All right, hold on. I just spilt my energy drink. Hold on. Oh no. That's not good. That's not good at all. Give me a second. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. How much of it did I get it all? Let's see. Booger scabs. He just came up to me and like, I was going to tell him bye, and he had this giant like, snot thing just sticking out, and just like, ugh. I'm not trying. I'm not trying to. I'm trying to get better. I've been sick. But. All right. Back to it. Sorry about that. Thank you for sticking around if you're still here. So it's been very flat, but we got FOMC next week. That will probably be a nothing burger. FOMC minutes old news. Yeah, exactly. But it does help you kind of get an understanding into their thinking and help you kind of project out how they're what they're looking for in the future anyway. But yeah, it's mostly nothing. Let's go to the next week. I want to say it's the third week of January. Nope. It's the fourth week of January. That's pretty interesting as far as timing goes. Yeah. Really? Is there not an FOMC in January at all? I mean, it's every 6 weeks, so. Wednesday. Non-farm employment change. Okay, no. FOMC, there it is. Wednesday, January 31st. So, the last day of January is when we'll get our next FOMC. So, look out for that. That'll be a month into ETF news. Yep. Now, there is something I did share it on Alex's show the other day. I don't know how much of it was actually got through because of the technical difficulties that we had. But I can go ahead and pull them up here again. Let me just take this off so we can see a little better. So, compare button. I highly recommend you use this button, okay? Compare, I'm going to do Fed funds rate. I'm going to do new pain, and then our M2 money supply, do a new pain on that. And then I'm going to move this one into the existing pane above so that we have them together. And now I can see. All right, so we have our Fed funds rate increasing, right? I have these backwards. I have the color backwards. Let me So we have our M2 money supply. So this is what happened. So we had the so right around right here, we started getting cuts already in our federal funds rate. The orange line here started getting cuts. This is in June of 2019. This is pre-pandemic, okay? Started getting cuts. Then we had like a little pause period, and the market got a little bullish. And then you start to lose some of that. And then next thing you know, lockdowns, all that stuff come down. Now, the interesting thing here is when the rates went to zero and we got a boost of stimulus, we went on a bull run. Okay? We went on a bull run. Now, is there a point in the past that we can look at where we have done this before? I should probably pick a different Coinbase, one that goes to 2009. So right here, this bullish move, this whole cycle here was when we were in a rate hiking cycle. But it's a very minimal rate hiking cycle, right? Because we only got up to like 2.5%, something like that. But our money supply increased the whole time. Of course, our money supply increases over time in general, But this one right here was a mega bump in our monetary supply, and then we went off and away to the races. And then once we started increasing rates, that's when this market really started to fall apart. That's when you start getting all your bankruptcies, your liquidations, your 3 Arrows Capital, your Celsiuses. The first thing was Terra Luna. Then you had your 3 Arrows Capital, your Celsius, your BlockFi, all of that stuff. Then you come a little bit further, and then Sam Bankman-Fried is trying to make some more money, so he pushes the price down below 20K and holds it there on purpose, using user funds and whatever the hell. And then, yeah. So it's almost like this didn't happen. I mean, it happened, but it's almost like it didn't. You know what I mean? Oh, yo, what is up, Piper? It's good to see you, bruh. It's good to see you, man. But right now, so we have an M2 money supply that is not increasing anymore, while our interest rates are at higher levels. Now, the question is going to be, once we start cutting rates, how big of a correction are we going to get? Because every single time we get rate cuts, we get corrections. Every single time. So we just need to be mindful of that. And let me just go to the DJI so we can have a little more history on here. So this is Dow Jones. Never mind this. I posted this. What's going on over here? Yo, cluck, cluck. Piper. Da, da, da. All good in the hood. Just catching some alpha for the new year. Yeah, let's go. Yep. So for the new year, that's what yeah. I really hope things go well for us. All right, so this is the 2007 to 2008 financial crisis. This is the Great Recession. You can see that we had a drop in interest rates when this happened, and then an increase in the monetary supply, except we didn't get like a big bump in our M2 money supply. It kind of just stayed relatively same, but we did get that drop in the interest rates. And then once we went to zero, then it was time for that bull market to get going, because what happens, we've got our interest rates at zero, but we are still injecting money into the market, into the economy, which goes into the market. So, and at a 0% interest rate, basically, you can just start throwing money in, and it'll just start generating more money because you have so much economic activity going on that so when banks take your money, okay? This is what banks do. Banks take 10% of everybody's money that they put in, and then they go out and invest in it in some kind of economic project. That's how we get economic things done in our economy, like, I don't know, roads, bridges, whatever it is, housing, all that stuff. That's how we get that money. Any kind of projects, it is brought to us by the banks taking 10% of our money and investing it in the economy, investing in some kind of project into something. So they do that. That's why when you go to the bank and you say, hey, I'd like to pull out 10 grand out of my savings or whatever, they're like, come back in a couple of days. We gotta go talk to some people. We gotta move some stuff around because we don't just exactly got 10K because we kind of gave away some of our money for that housing project downtown. I don't know, but we're gonna get a return on it, and that is how you get your 0.03% interest on your savings rates. So, yeah. You can see once we start getting a little increase here, it's really when the market starts to jump is when we see an increase. But then look at this. We start bringing up our rates, and we're getting into a bull market. So this is where I think I am with the I think monetary policy is the biggest thing that drives markets. Monetary policy, 100%. I don't think there's anything else that drives markets more than monetary policy, because it's literally the injection and reduction of liquidity into the economy. That's what it is. Without the liquidity in the economy, in the markets, you cannot get higher prices. You just can't. There's no money. People pulling their money out because interest rates are high, So they got to pull their money out, which dumps prices. Endless cycle. Rinse and repeat. Monetary policy. Every single time. I mean, just look at this big old gap here, and then that big explosion off of that. Come on, man. I had something in my head I was going for, but now I can't remember. Man, Dow Jones is trying to compete with Bitcoin in price. You see that? Wow. Okay, so I want to know when total ETF. That's what I want. I want to be able to bet on the crypto market as a whole. You can probably do that somehow. I know I've got Bitcoin public trust on here. That's just Bitcoin, right? Some of these, like Grayscale, I'm pretty sure this is their Bitcoin public trust, but Grayscale itself owns more than just Bitcoin. So I don't know. But yeah, so oh yeah, that's what I was gonna say. So with the cycles on your inflation rates and stuff, so it seems to me what I have found is that when monetary policy, when the Fed funds rate, when they are kind of uncertain, when the market's kind of uncertain with what the Fed is going to do, like at the beginning of like a hiking cycle, it's kind of bearish because the market's kind of uncertain. But once it's kind of established what the Fed is doing, you tend to get the moves going, right? Once it's kind of established that we've got the Fed funds rates and that we are steadily increasing them, then we get going. At first, we kind of get these corrections in here, but then we go out into new all-time highs. So whenever there's uncertainty, like, all right, how long are we going to? All right, this is like this is a whole year, almost 2 years of hiking. This is 2 years of hiking. It's almost like, when is it going to stop? We're uncertain. Are we going to get a rate cut? Blah, 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 blah. But then you see like the next period of time, it's very, very choppy. Kind of, I mean, we do get a slam down and then a move back up and then another slam back down. That's how, but then that slam back down could have been kind of expected because we're already starting to cut rates, making things a little kind of sketch because we're kind of uncertain how low are we going to go. Then COVID happens and then bam. But we can come back and look at other previous, market situations where the monetary policy played a role. See, anytime there's it's kind of like there's uncertainty in what the Fed is doing, the market's kind of uncertain what to do too. And that's because they don't know what to do with their money when the Fed is bumping interest rates up 75 basis points at a time. It's kind of like, all right, are they going to do that next time? So it's not until we get kind of clarity with our monetary policy, the markets tend to be more bullish in those situations. But then when our monetary policy is a little bit off, and we're not really sure what the Fed is going to do, that's when we tend to see our choppy waters and even bearish price action. There we go. Going to hit you and Alex up this week to set up the 2025 BTC prediction thesis video. 2025? I thought we were doing 2024. I'm going to have to... Man, you're going to make me go all the way to the storage unit and pull out my 2025 crystal ball. I don't know, man. I got that thing stored away down in Honduras. I don't know. No, market top. What? Market top. I don't. Okay. We'll figure it out. Market top is $2 trillion, sir. 2 trillion. Market top is 1 Bitcoin equals 1 Bitcoin, sir. Okay. Thank you for your service. 1 Bitcoin equals 1 Bitcoin. Market top for the cycle. Yeah. Don't worry. Don't worry. We'll have our conversations, we'll have our phone calls, and I'll be able to really get at what you're looking for, right? So true. I know you're talking about that 1 Bitcoin equals 1 Bitcoin comment, because that is true. That is when we've reached the top. Was there anything else that I wanted to go? Oh yeah, that compare button is really awesome. Another thing that I wanted to go over on Alex's show that I wasn't able to go over because my internet decided to take a poo, was this. And that is XRP compared to Bitcoin. Actually, I don't even want to do it to compare to Bitcoin. Let's do it compared to the rest of the market. All right. Now this isn't on a percentage scale, so this is just, I just wanted to show this for timing purposes. I say that is the goal for mindset adoption. When people start to say 1 BTC equals 1 BTC, we are there. Correct. Yes, sir. 100% agree with you on that. So this is something that I wanted to show people. Yeah. If, like I was saying earlier, if we are in kind of this area here, right here, where we kind of get a little rounded top down, and we kind of come back down and we get a nice little back test of our breakout, something like that. Hopefully, I wouldn't think we would come this low, but anything is possible. But if we were to get that, I mean, if we're right here, okay, that completed right here. Okay, so that would be like this completing right here on XRP, which you can see it had another move down, squiggly line, move up. Another move down, squiggly line, move up. So people got to understand XRP is a laggard. It's a stable coin until it's freaking not. Okay? It is a stable coin until it's not. Okay? But this just gives investors an opportunity like almost nothing else in the market. But because people are going to fudge you out of it, and especially Bitcoin maxis, they're going to fudge you out of it. They're going to say, oh, it's dead, it's not doing anything, blah, blah, blah. It's a stable coin, even though we keep on putting in higher lows. Yeah, it's a stable coin. Yeah, we're very keen on our market analysis there. We got our stable coin that just keeps rising in value. But anyway, I digress. Even putting in higher highs. I mean, but whatever. But yeah. This to me is just like stack. Make your profits elsewhere and just stack until that mofo just freaking goes. And then sell because that happens. That happens more often than not. But you always have this lull, and then you get a big shoot up. It happens all the time. So stop being impatient with XRP. Show it a little respect because of what they've done to help the entire market. What Ripple did to help the entire market. What the XRP community did to help the entire market. Yeah, just show it a little respect, especially since it's been around. It's one of the oldest coins. First of all, it is still in the top 5, 10 at least. Has been in the top 10 ever since its existence. Can't say that about 99.9% of cryptos. Has one of the biggest, most thriving communities in the crypto space. It's the first decentralized exchange was built on the XRP ledger. I mean, it's just it gets a lot of hate because of this little pump and dump price action, and because of Ripple's obvious play in their price suppression, probably, because they probably sell off every time this thing comes up. They've made their money. I mean, the community is overall fine with that, but the escrow people, it comes up all the time. Whenever we get into these dull moments, isn't even really a dull moment, but anytime we get into these moments, you have the XRP community, yelling about, well, we need to burn the escrow. We need to burn the escrow. And I'm just like, I mean, if you want to kill the project, sure, but let's not do that, okay? Let's not burn the escrow, because that is the number one cheerleader of the XRPL is Ripple. So we've got to make sure that they keep doing what they say they're going to do. Now, if Ripple was to venture off and start doing some stuff that the community really didn't like, then yeah, then we could vote and have them even removed as node operators if we wanted to. We could have them removed as node operators. We could burn escrow. It is a decentralized ledger, so that has a consensus governance type of deal. They have a unique node list, and then they have everybody else that runs nodes. But the unique node lists are the ones that vote, and those people are chosen. One guy, Daniel, has been trying to get removed from the unique node list, but because nobody on the unique node list wants to get rid of him because he adds a kind of a dissenting voice when there needs to be one, probably. They kind of want to keep him around, which is good. It's good. Consensus is good. That's what whole Bitcoin was all built off of, is consensus. So that's why you see, Ethereum's got their consensus layer. They're anything that has consensus is kind of what you want to be looking into. Not really. Thoughts on Rose? What is up, Steve H? Good to see you. Thoughts on Rose? As far as the chart goes, let's take a look. Oasis Network. It's getting. Oh, hold on, let me get rid of this XRP. I got some in my portfolio back in October, and it won't stop. It doesn't look like it's gonna freaking stop, does it? Jesus. That 236 is gonna be that first level. At 16 cents. 0.167. Let's go to the monthly. Do have a fair value gap on the monthly here between 18 and 20 cents. Be watching that level there. Let's go ahead and pull up a volume profile. Just taking this down move. If it wants to load. Are you going to load, bro? Hello? Oh, wait. What's wrong with it? Oh. I type. Okay, hold on. Rose, USD. I need to go to Coinbase. No, it's not enough. I need to go to Binance. There we go. Now I can probably get some volume on here. Whoa. Okay. There's nothing here. So it's like it's like in price discovery for volume profile anyway. Is there something that's got more data? It's probably going to be the one that has the most, or this USDT one on Binance. Let's see. So we do have the value area high right there at about 17.5. So of this whole range here, of its entire existence, that is. But if we pull over from the, well, let's go from this bottom. Let's see. So we're more at that 20-cent mark on our value area high. And it's right there, kind of towards the high of that fair value gap right there on the monthly chart. And then if I scoot on over a little bit more, and then we can see, now we also want to add in a, add that in. So we can try to get some confluence in here. I'm still on the monthly. Yeah, let's see. Binance is the best. Yeah, it is. As far as charting. Binance, and if it's had a history on Coinbase, Coinbase is really good too because it's the second most liquid exchange. Probably about to become number one over the next couple of years. You're up like 250% on it and you haven't sold anything? Anything? You said you bought in October? No. Jesus. 3 straight months and you're just going to sit on your hands as it approaches no resistance whatsoever. Yeah, right there. Look at that. That looks like the level right there. And let's pull up this hand. Oh, I already got that on. Let's come down to 3-day. So there's a supply level there. And that's at 31 cents. Maybe you hold it to there. Maybe you hold it to there. Up to the 50% retracement. I do think that this 2-3, I would be concerned getting to this 236. Let me pull up an oscillator real quick. Let me pull up not MCB. Okay. Okay. So if this does kind of round off here a little bit as this is pushing up, I mean, we could get a little bit of a bearish divergence in there, then a massive pullback, probably. Now, it is not abnormal for massive pullbacks on altcoins or even Bitcoin, but especially on altcoins in a bullish market, we can see, massive pullbacks, like 40% pullbacks or 50% pullbacks, like legit. And then it'll just turn around and do another, 200, 300%, So that point, I'd definitely consider taking some off the table at the 0.236. That's just me, though, especially if I bought in October and it's done all of this all the way up to that level. Because I do think that pretty much almost every alt that is known, that is a known, I'd say in the top 100, maybe top 200, they're going to get to, I think they're going to get to that 0.236 at the very least. And if you bought down here and you get to that 0.236, man, you've made some good money. At least take a little bit off the table. That's just me. That's what I would do. HODL like it's hot. The money flow index is looking healthy on the daily. Yeah, I mean, we do have money flow there looking at healthy. Let's go to, this is not going to look as pretty because I haven't changed my color. Well, the money flow is just increasing on, this is a 3-day. Wow. Okay. All right, Piper. Yeah, you might want to hodl till at least that 0.5 retracement, around 30 cents, 31 cents. Yep. I think so. Nothing looks overheated, so too overheated. We're not really putting in a divergence here. Now we'll go and take a look at something that you use, because I do like it a little bit, and that's the RSI Prime. And we are a little high on the RSI Prime on the 3-day. Come down to the daily. What are we looking like? We can still come back up on the daily. Does this thing max out at 100? Or does it go higher? This thing really, wow. This is the highest this thing's ever been, other than here. That's interesting. So yeah, I could definitely keep going on that. Let's go to the weekly. Let's take a zoomed out look. Wow. Okay. So you're going to hold it until it gets up to the 4.236 extension at $2.42, right? Right, Piper? How big are those cojones? Let's see. Yeah, a little extended on that RSI Prime, bruh. That doesn't mean it can't stay up there, of course. That's why I don't really care for the terms overbought and oversold, because you can stay in overbought, especially on the higher time frame, for a while, and price just keeps on cranking up, because on the higher time frame you're still going up. But yeah. He said money flow index. What about the CCI? You ever look into that? The commodity channel index. Okay. That's pretty healthy. I like it. CCI is good. A little bit of a divergence, but if this can keep pushing up, then it'll be okay. Your Discord link is not working. I swear, dude, I've changed this thing to, it's supposed to be unlimited. It's supposed to send, like, the invite's supposed to be unlimited, but for some reason it keeps expiring, and I don't understand why. If you want to join the Discord, go to this link. I'm about to throw it in the chat. Join the free Discord. And yeah, I realize I am in the second hour. If anybody wants to come on and share some charts, I'm well into the second hour, 30 minutes in. I could have kept going, bro. If anybody wants to come in, share some charts, join the free Discord. Link is in the chat. Just a quick verification. I think it's like a little captcha thing. I'm not sure, but pretty quick verification. Welcome, Piper, to the Beach Club. You just joined. Yep. And then if you go over to swim on the left hand side, hold on. This is what I'm looking at right now. I'm just looking at this. Beep, boop, beep, boop. If you come on over, go to LBC, and come down to swim. Oh, Army Piper's already there. Look at that. My guy. Come on. There we go. Piper Main. He's live, guys. He's live with us. I think he's getting the camera ready or something. Let's go ahead and back this up. There we go. All right, I'm gonna wait until I hear him, and then I'll bring him up. So yeah, that's our total. This is, whoa. I think he's joined. Hello, sir. Do we have Piper on the show today? We'll see in a second. All right, so also added these little indicators, which are pretty dope. And I've played with them. Smart Money Concepts by LuxAlgo, and LuxAlgo buy side and sell side liquidity. Changed them up a little bit to fit more of my likings. I cannot get these freaking to change. I don't want them these colors.
Yeah.
I hear something. Is that a Piper?
Is that a Piper? Can you hear me?
There he is. Yeah, we can hear you, man.
There we go. Can you hear me now? All right,
Yes.
cool.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I don't have my camera. I can. I can hear you great. Yeah, I'm
Uh,
doing some camera stuff right now with some hookups for my new studio. But yeah, I was looking at some stuff on Rose back in October because it was in a channel, and we got a confirmation on Chart Prime's indicator breakout on Wednesday, October 25th on the daily. And yeah, I got in on it, and it broke the 50-week moving average, exponential moving average. So I went ahead and added some more to it, and it has just been pumping ever since, and it won't stop. So
yeah, it's been going a little berserk. Yeah, 250% in a couple 3 months, 2 months, 2 months. It's pretty wild. It's kind of like a TRB. I think TRB's had a massive run too. Um, have you heard of TRB?
I have, I have, yep, yeah. I think I've seen a post or two on it on X at one point or something.
Maybe.
Yeah, I was. So I had. I don't know if you know or not, but I had pulled a bunch of my money, all of my alts into Bitcoin back in like May time period of this year, and I
Okay.
was sitting on that, and then I let it run up to about the $31,000 range. We got a big hard rejection on a resistance there, and I pulled all of that out of Bitcoin and I put it into cash and was just sitting on 5% interest earning on Coinbase, and then in USDC. And then once in October, like October 20th, I said, okay, this is all getting ready to start moving here. So I started buying back in on all my portfolio, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Chainlink, Matic, the norms. And then it just kept moving. So like a few days later, I was like, okay, I'm gonna get some more diversified small caps here, or mid caps, I should say. And I picked those up. And then yeah, it just October was my buy-in on pretty much everything in my portfolio. So I'm still looking
Nice.
really good everywhere else. So
It's
yeah.
funny. I did the exact same except a month later, which was a little late, but hey, I still outperformed the market on my spot holdings by 15%. So, um,
Was it really late though? Was it really late? I mean, if you got it in November, I mean, even if you got it in December, is it really going to be late in the grand scheme of things? So,
in the grand scheme of things, no, absolutely not. Still early. Still
yep.
super early. So, yeah. Are you available? Are you able to share charts or anything, or
Yeah, I can share charts.
if you want, I can throw you up, man.
It is not giving me the option to do anything in here.
It's not share your screen. Isn't in the bottom?
Nope. Nope.
Really?
Oh, there it is. Found it.
Okay.
I'm used to it being in the center. I'm used to doing it on stages and stuff. All right, here we go. Screen two. There we go.
All right, let me view
Bam.
stream. Bam. There we go. Let me take my face off of here real quick. So, all right.
But yeah, here's what I was looking at here on Rose. We had a strong buy indicator that popped, which we don't normally operate on buy sell signals with Chart Prime. We look for a retest, but if you look here, we broke this channel at the same time, and it gave a target here, smart target of this range of the breakout, and that's what this green dot is here on this auto printed chart pattern. And then we also had a liquidity block down here that we had retested back in September and then pushed out of also. So when I was looking at it, I was like, okay, this just seems like it's something that looks like it could get a good move. At least go for the target. And then when it came back, I was like, if this comes back and it bounces on this line, then I'm going to add more in. And it never actually touched it. As you can see, it came came short of it there, just a little bit of touching and rebound, retesting on here. So when it broke the 50-week exponential moving average on this point about right here is where I added in a bunch more on it. So that's this green line right here is the 50-week EMA, and then this is your 100-week EMA up here. So we still have never come back to test the trend assistant. And as of right now, we're still running a prime score of 9, which means out of on a scale of 1 to 10, the trend is sitting at a 9. It's still a super strong trend, and consolidations at a 0. So even this whole period of time right here has not triggered a consolidation score buildup. It's still sitting at a 0. So
Wow.
yeah,
What is your
yeah, it's
affiliation with Chart Prime?
I was one of their first users on their of their indicators back in 2022. They started in March 2022, and by May 2022, I was stumbled across Chart Prime. I compared it to all of my other paid indicators,
Yeah.
Lux Algo and Market Cipher and all that, and did a comparison on it. Came out that the accuracy and algorithm of the development team at Chart Prime was way bigger, so I started using it, and then I got very active in the Discord community to the point that I became like an ambassador with them. So I have an affiliate link and stuff with them.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's just it's nothing more than I compared it to what I owned. I have lifetime on Lux Algo and Market Cipher. I just quit using them because
See,
at the end of the day, the algo on Chart Prime was just much better and
I
way
thought I
more
had
consistent.
I thought I had a Lux Algo lifetime membership, but just like a month or two ago, I went to load one up, and it was like, you no longer have permission to open this indicator. I'm like, why? I don't understand. Why did
Well, let me
I've
tell
had
you.
it for 2 years and it just went away.
Let me tell you what happened with me on this. You can see I still have the back testing. The only way you got that was being a lifetime member.
Oh,
But all of the other ones are gone from mine also. They took my stuff away because of how much I was tied in with Chart Prime. And I contacted them and said, look,
that's
I did my
shady.
internship retiring from the Army. Oh, yeah, this gets really interesting. So I did my internship with Chart Prime when I was retiring from the Army because they do a thing called Skill Bridge where you can work with a civilian corporation and do your internship with them for post military work, right? And I was like, cool, I can day trade using Chart Prime, be active in a community while I'm getting paid from the Army for my internship. Let's go with that. And I said, so my transition from the military to the civilian world choice is affecting your business contract with me. And I wrote up a whole Google review about it, about me being a military veteran. This was my post work transition, and this company was nice enough to pick me up as an intern and sign all my paperwork and all this stuff. And this is how they treat their veterans that have paid for lifetime membership, is take away their lifetime membership. And they contacted me and asked me to remove it and paid me back my money. So yeah, shady is another word, but sure.
They're not even. I don't even think they're American, are they?
They are.
They are.
They're a U.S. company. Yep.
They don't speak like I hear them talk, and I read their website, and it's like broken
Well, let's put
English.
that the owner of the company is American.
Okay. Oh well, that is pretty shitty. Well, I'm done with you, Lux
But
Algo. You were done
Crypto
with me
Face,
anyway.
Crypto Face though, Crypto
Yeah.
Face. Shout out to Crypto Face. Love Crypto Face. I still will throw Market Cipher up sometimes just for comparison against Chart Prime, but our
Hmm.
MFI is actually more accurate than Market Cipher's MFI is. That was
Really?
really what I was using it for. But yeah, yeah. Chart Prime's money flow indicator. We actually have two of them on here, and you can get this great confluence. This one here is the signal line, but there's a blue wave in here, and let me pull it up for you and show you. This blue wave is also a money flow indicator. So you have an MFI on the blue wave and the MFI that is like Market Cipher style, which is actually,
I'm, I'm gonna guess
which
one
is
is more
actually
smoothing.
Fu Manchu. Yes, one is more smoothing, but you can look for this confluence of angle here. And what I do is I'll throw a box on. Well, I can't find it offhand real quick. I'll just draw it, freehand here. I'll throw a box on looking at the MFI, and then I'll do a 45-degree angle, on a actual square. This would be wider,
Uh,
obviously. And if it's greater than that 45, if it's in that A sector versus the B sector, then I feel really strongly about the movement of the MFI angle, the declination. And so when I see both of them breaking that 45 degree angle on money flow index 1 and money flow index 2, it's a no-brainer for me to start moving in. So
Wow. Hey, alpha
yeah.
guys. Out. Nick Musgrave, I'm out, boys. Need to make dinner for the mini me. Thanks for the alpha, bro, as always. Thank you for joining, Nick Musgrave. I appreciate you, of course. Thank you. You're always here whenever I go live, so I appreciate you, brother. But yeah, thanks for joining, and
Yeah, much love for Nick there.
yeah, go enjoy that dinner with your mini me, man. So yeah, wow. Okay, well, what is the chart prime run cost?
Well, let me pull up the website here because I'm not sure.
I thought you might have known offhand.
No, not offhand. I don't. I mean, I have a link for it because I do believe honestly that it's the best indicators on the market. But yeah, $67 a month, and there's a code right now for 50% off. So you try it risk free for 7 days. But if you go to the website up here, little thing from me to you, click affiliate there, you can actually get recurring commissions and get a link. So
Okay.
you'll get yeah, and you'll also have a link with a discount on it just for them. So just for your viewers.
Well, that's dope. Cool. So that's an affiliation. Um, I'm still kind of, I don't know. I don't want.
Yeah,
Well,
traditional TA. I mean, as you know, I am a huge fan of traditional TA. Like right now,
You
we
mean like
take a look at
patterns?
Bitcoin here. Um, yeah, well, I chart primes patterns are insanely accurate. Like it auto print them and give you breakouts and targets, smart target and measure targets. But I still use Fibonacci's all the time. I'm a big Fib guy, trading volume guy, and then like I threw a parallel channel on here, which we broke down, almost touched the 786 here, and then now have pulled back in on this channel. I'm watching for the 867 at $44,540 to be another retest for us here and see if we can break above that previous rejection there multiple times. So definitely watching it, but I still use a lot of traditional. If I look at Ethereum here, I've got a trend line that goes way back. I think it's like November of 2022 here. Let me check. Yeah, November of 2022. We've had this trend line that Ethereum was trading on all through 2022. We broke it here back in August of this year. Got a fake out above it here, and then lots of more rejection, and now it is our support. So that in play here with the Fibonacci's, traditional TA approach. I still do a lot of that, but when I look at things like this here, um, let me do that and
Yo, what's going on, Alex? Love you too, man. Alex says, "Love you guys."
Alex O Crypto.
Happy New Year's.
OG is in the house.
Yeah, what up?
Happy New Year, bro.
What up, Utterboss?
Yeah. So if I take a look here, this is the predictive ranges from Chart Prime here.
Yeah, I was looking at Ethereum last night. I was looking at Ethereum last night, and I was like, "This thing looks so bullish right now, dude." Like,
yeah, it does. Yeah. So down here is a purple line. That's going to be your bottom frame. This is going to be your top frame. This is your upper resistance. The green line, which is running right through here, it's white on here because I've got my chart pattern lines changed. But that is your lower support line, and then this is your trade band on predictive ranges between these two gold lines here, with your delta being the 50% line being in the middle. We typically trade in between this box when we're in these. You can see if we go back. I'm on the daily, on the 4 hour here. Anyway, let me go back to the daily just so I can break it down. I'm going down rabbit holes. But if we go in,
you're fine, dude. That's what this is all about.
We've pulled back into this delta, and you can see how well the delta line played here. Remove my Mexican spaghetti. You can see how beautiful the retest there was on it. And now we are getting all of our rejection on the delta line. These print all the way back here.
Oh, wow.
So they're predictive. Yeah, they're not a lagging indicator. They don't change. Nothing in chart prime repaints, which is another thing I like about them.
I love that.
But yeah, now that we're in this trade band, this is the natural target now of of Ethereum, which is $2,770 right now. All we got to do is maintain this diagonal support and then break this delta median, and that would be your next natural target right there. And you can see here, this is that auto printed chart patterns I was talking about. Here was a falling wedge. It auto printed it probably around this range right here. It got a breakout. This was the target of it.
Oh, so you didn't draw that.
No, that's auto printed from Chart Prime. That was the smart target of it. And if we do the measured move on it, because it's AI generated for the smart target, the measured move on this is there. So
my chart's a little simpler than that on the Ethereum. If I come over here, I don't know if you can see it through Discord. You can see it on the YouTube.
Yeah, I'm gonna drop my volume down on there and restart that back up. Here we go.
Let me just, which chart? Oh, that was it. I was on it. Dang it. Go back. So my simple, this is my simple little thing here, is just a simple cup and handle pattern. That's all it is. Simple cup and handle. Now, we can add our levels of confluence. We can do all of that stuff. But projecting out from this cup here, coming up to here, where it's at about $3,015, a little more than that, $200 or $2,770, which that actually comes up to a fair value gap on the weekly chart that's right here. And then if we take our big cup,
where's that at on the fair value gap? What's the price range on it?
The price range on the fair value gap is, let me see. Right here, we got a low of 27.16. That's the high right there. And then 25.64. 25.64 to 27.16. Now, this is per Coinbase. I'm sure you're on Binance. So,
I'm on Coinbase.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say it might be a little higher.
I've never ever used Binance my entire life.
Oh, I've never used it, but I'm talking about the charts, just the charts. But yeah.
Oh yeah, no, I use Coinbase. I have a fair value gap here, coming in at starting at 24.55, running up to 26.35, and that's from our smart. That's from our smart money concepts inside of Dynamics Pro here.
What time frame?
That is on the weekly, I believe. Let me check.
How would we have a different?
No, that's on a 3 day. Sorry, 3 day.
Okay. Okay. I was about to say, how would we have a different fair value gap? Yeah, there's one right there. Yep. Yeah, right between.
That's auto printed too from Chart Prime.
Yeah. This
There's
is
so many indicators in these indicators.
Yeah, I know. It's kind of ridiculous. But so yeah, I just got a basic cup and handle. My conservative targets with the the upside target of about 5,200 just on this pattern alone. So now this is a long cup, long ranging cup. This cup and the end of it is 338 days. So I would expect for price to I mean, time is different, but I would expect for the entire move for this thing to play out to take some time. It's not just gonna just off and away 5,200 like nobody's business.
So if you pull up my chart again here, I'll show you this little trick with one of my fibs. I call it the fib trade strategy. Anytime that we get a good move, like here it came in its consolidation and then it pumped up again and pulled back. And so what I do is I will throw on fibs, and the fibs on this come from this point here up to this point here. And then if you want to get those levels, there it is on the screen. These are the levels that I use with the negative 0.618, negative 0.382. Anyways, what the goal is that if this comes back into the golden pocket and retest it, you enter on the 0 line, on the 382, which is right here where you would enter in on this. So it came back, retested the golden pocket perfectly, and then you got your take profit 1, take profit 2, take profit 3, and your last 24% is the Hail Mary at the negative 1.618 there. That one is actually coming in at 27.69 also, which when I throw on again that Dynamics Pro and take a look at what we have there, the confluence on that upper trade band is falling right on the negative 1.618 of my trade strategy.
So how did you draw that again? I'm sorry, I missed the first part. I was looking at my chat.
Oh
Uh,
yeah, it's off of where. So we had a run up, and then it
yep.
came back and consolidated. And then
Okay.
once we get that, once we get another move, you measure from the bottom of that consolidation line to the
Okay.
pullback point, which is
Okay.
there, the reversal. And then if it falls in that golden pocket, you enter on the 382. And a lot of times I will actually do a 50% split. I'll do 50% in the golden pocket and the other 50 on the 382. And then your 4 take profit lines with your Hail Mary being the fourth one there. So, but there's those levels. I'll pull them up again so you can screenshot that or whatever you want to do. But those are the levels that I use for it. So,
Yeah, negative 618, 6382, and 1.618. Okay.
yep. That is
Cool.
what I use for my fib trade strategy. Anytime we have a big move and a pullback, I'll place that on from the bottom of the new startup to the top of the reversal. And if it's in the golden pocket where we're getting that pullback test at and for a bounce, that's what I'll enter on the trade with 4 take profits on it. So
Beautiful. Beautiful.
yeah, I just did this recently on CleanSpark too, because I do a lot of stock trading also.
Hmm.
And I did this on CleanSpark here.
Do you do
You can
any
actually
leverage
see
trading?
how that one played out. Not really, man, because I'm using so much money, I don't have to risk any money.
Yeah.
There's no liquidation on a spot trade, so why do
Right.
$10 out of 10x when I can do $100 and just call it a day?
Right. Oh,
Yep,
what is this?
this is CleanSpark, and I did the same thing there on this trade. It was from the bottoming of it up to the top, so we had this run up, we had a pullback. The pullback on the 4 hour came right down into, actually I normally trade on the 4 hour, came right down into the golden pocket from the pull up. And we are actually right now, if you take a look, it's crazy. We're actually testing right now for support on the 4 hour. Well, not right now. I guess it would be Friday when the market's closed. That negative 1.618. But yeah, that was, we hit all 4 take profits. The take profit 1, 2, 3, and 4. We actually broke up above it, and now we have come back down there and tested that lower support band of the predictive ranges from Chart Prime. We had a breakout here. It pulled back in on the wedge on that, but it gave a smart target up there. We actually hit that one also. So there was still a little bit more juice in there. I just held some of it in there on the stock. So, but yeah, CleanSpark definitely absolutely played out on my trade strategy also with those fib on the retracement. So
I remember the first time I figured out you could put negative numbers on your Fibonacci, and I was just like, wait, I can do so much with this.
yeah, so I also do another thing with fib extensions. And let me find it here in Caspa. Yeah, here we go. Let me turn everything else off here. So we got just my fibs, and then I'll show you what I did on Caspa and how I got into Caspa so long ago, and how I know when to come back and pick up more. Let me go turn off that. Yeah, that was what I was talking about with people the other day. I was like, look, we're in this little regression trend. All you got to do is just go over here,
I was about
grab
to
a
say, great.
regression trend,
I said
pop it
that's a
there.
regression channel. Yep.
Yep, and we bounced right there on it again. If you take a look at where that line's actually falling right there, that was a
Hey, on
retest of it.
real quick, because
So
I on that CleanSpark chart, I didn't see it come back to. It looked like it just went. Did it test it? Well, it came down.
right there.
Well, I mean, it came down into the golden pocket, but then you said enter on the 382 if it comes down into the golden
Yeah,
pocket.
right there.
Okay, so you would enter on the way up.
No, after. Yeah, it goes. Yeah, you go enter on the way up. You want to make sure that it's getting a bounce in the golden pocket. And like that's why I said sometimes I'll do a 50% on the 0.5 and then the other 50% entry on the 382. And when we
Okay.
had support here on it, that's where I set my entry there for the second
Okay.
part. So
Okay. Just wanted to clarify that. All right. Cool.
yep,
I
yep,
didn't
not
see
a
that.
worry.
I also didn't see that little bitty candle in there. So.
Yep. There was one in there, but yeah, this Caspa one here. Let me turn off my fixed range volume profile for a second. There we go. I entered this one back here on the trend line. We had a long running trend line here that had picked up on and started buying in like here when it was about. This is when T-Shroom was getting in. Also, it was about 4 cents, 4.5 cents. when we were picking it up there. Yeah, about 4.3, 4.5, I think it was on mine. And then, so these levels here are a bunch of golden pocket extensions. That's all they are, 618 extensions, all the way up like 16 phases. And so, but it's a trend-based
That's
extension. So
awesome.
what this was based on was back here where we had, the low up to a high and then a new low up to a high. You can see the trend, right? There's these 3-point trends, ABC movements here. And so what I did was when it hit here again, I was like, okay, we're continuing the trend. This is our obvious support line, and let's get in here. And then let's look and see where it does. Well, check out the price action that occurs on each one of these phases of the golden pocket. Phase 2, phase 3, phase 4, phase 5. The phase 6 is really the one that is like fighting hard, right? That we got rejected off of lastly. But like, here's your phase 7. That was our rejection point period. That's the reversal line for it right now. But right now, we're just bouncing back and forth between phase 6 and phase 5 on the golden pockets. That's all we're doing. We were doing the same thing here, consolidating inside the phase 5 and the phase 4. Now we're in the phase 5 and the phase 6. So now I'm just watching this for support, and we should get a break back up. If we break this and turn it in, break up through it, retest it again, we're heading back to phase 7. But remember, phase 7's been brutal for it. So
Interesting. That's wild.
I'm a big fib guy, man. Big fib guy.
Oh yeah, that was like one of the first things.
Fibonacci's.
Yeah, that's like one of the first things that I got into was fibs and Elliott wave theory and all that good jazz. So yeah, I understand the fibs quite well, but I noticed a lot of people have played with them, and it's very interesting to see that broken up like that. Because and you're not even doing like a percentage scale, because I've seen the percentage scale like 25%. They just put 25%, 50%, 75, 100, 125, 150, all the way up and all the way down. But if it hits more accurately on an actual fib level, like a 618, well, that's interesting. That's very interesting. So. That's cool, man.
Yeah, I could do an entire session on nothing but fibs, man.
I bet you could.
You know what the irony of Fibonacci is, right?
What's that?
I talk about this a lot with people. There's a whole psychology behind this. So Fibonacci is the golden ratio, right? It's in plants and flowers and the universe and shells, like everything uses that curvature ratio. Right. It's the exponential growth ratio, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so if that is a universal programming of how everything occurs, right? And you can place that onto a chart and it's playing out the same way. That means that, when you get a rejection on a golden pocket, that's not like everyone said, oh, we got to sell here because it's on a golden pocket. That is telling you that everyone is selling at that level or buying at those levels on reversals and bounces on the 50%, so on and so forth. That means that everyone is operating without communicating, without coordinating on a set scale of occurrence. That means we are nothing more than bioorganic computers operating on a set programming.
All right, stop it.
And once you understand once you understand that, Fibonacci's become a whole nother level in trading.
It's all a simulation, bro. It's all simulation.
Bro. We're all operating. How do we all know to sell on the phase 6? Phase 7, 618 golden pocket. We don't all know to do that. We are just occurring. We are operating that way with gut feeling.
Okay. First of all, look where the wicks go. Okay, 15 cents, rounded number. That's why people sell. I'm just saying.
And when I see confluence with a psychological number near a Fibonacci, I'll absolutely move strongly on it with confidence.
Yeah, for sure, definitely. Yeah, psychology, man. That's all the market is. It's human psychology, but
it is.
So
for sure.
Fibonacci, the swirl of life, whatever you want to call it, well, then there you go. You got human psychology in a nutshell. I don't know. But
Yep,
yeah,
we are just bioorganic computers.
bioorganic computers. I love it. All right. Well, I'm at 2 hours, so I'm gonna go ahead and get off of here for today and go finish up the day. Thank you for joining, Piper. I will see you in the Discord, I'm sure,
Absolutely.
and on your lives
Thanks for
and all
having
that
me
stuff.
on, man.
Yeah, man. Thanks for coming, and I think I'm gonna check out that Chart Prime. At least give it the 7-day free trial and see what I can do with it. But yeah, thanks for coming on and sharing that
Yeah,
alpha, brother.
hit me up after this on Discord. I can probably help you out with that.
Okay. And also follow Army Piper on YouTube, Piper Academy, and follow him on X also. Is that at Army Piper on X?
It is.
Yep, at Army Piper on X. Follow him. Great guy. And he's we're doing a little collaboration here soon, so looking forward to that. And yeah, man, thanks for coming on, and hopefully I'll see you on another swim maybe next Sunday. So
appreciate it, brother. Sounds good.
All right. Later, man.
Later.
All right, fam. That was fun. That was awesome. Great to have Army Piper on today. We had Alex on, I think, the last time we were live. And then today we get Army Piper. So that's pretty awesome. Pretty good stuff. Some pretty heavy alpha in there. Make sure you guys go and follow him. Check him out. Discord still quit. All right. So yeah, that's pretty awesome. We're going to see where we're going to go with this Bitcoin. Right now it's hitting that 42,500. I would expect it to kind of chill out for a little while until we get moving, until this thing breaks out of this range. But right now we're still range bound, still kind of stuck in here. But yeah, that's gonna be it, guys. I'm kind of, my brain's just kind of just like right now. I've got a lot to go over and think about after watching Army Piper give me those Fibonacci levels. Hey, make sure you check those out and back test them yourself and see if you can utilize that for your own trading purposes. But that's gonna be it, guys. Thank you for joining. We will be back I hope we're back next Sunday. I know my wife is going out of town, and I've got my youngest here with me. I don't know when they're coming back in town, so I'll try to do. We'll see. Maybe I'll get my daughter to watch the little one for at least an hour. Come on here for an hour, but we'll see how it goes. Play it by ear. But anyways, thank you guys for coming by. I appreciate each and every single last one of you. Don't forget to hit that like button on your way out. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. Go follow Alex O Crypto. Link in my description. I'll probably throw in Piper's link once I get off of here. Throw it in the description as well. Go follow him. Go follow those guys. I love both those guys, and they do amazing TA. And they're just good people. So just go follow those guys, and yeah. That's gonna be it for me. I guess Happy New Year. Happy New Year. 2023 is coming to a close. We have 2024 coming up tomorrow. And we have ETFs coming this week. Well, probably the following week is when they'll actually launch. But we have hopefully approvals this week. And then we'll finally get the answer to, is this buy the rumor, sell the news? Or is this buy the rumor, buy the news? And then sell the Ethereum ETF. That's just a theory that I have, but we'll see how everything goes. Anyways, thanks for joining, guys. I love you all, and I will see you in the next video. Ride the waves.